When you're an artist, you are often asked to do things that are not always as appealing. But in this case, I was asked to make a door handle. And this one works quite easily. This part will be mounted on the door. But it's a little lady opening up her shirt, emphasizing that when you go into a house, you go into somebody's life. As an artist, I model. And what I model are figures, or ideas, or concepts, and I present them in various material forms. In this case, I've made the artist create a little woman in his hands. Obviously, because of my predilection for change of shape, here the artist's hand lifts the lady off the stand. The patina, of course, is my choice, and in this case, it doesn't fuss too much with reality. When I was working with some material last year, I ended up with this lady frog, and I'm quite charmed by her ability to be moved in various positions and satisfies volume aspects and reflections that you would not normally get with a single standing piece of sculpture. Its femininity continues because these are shapes we normally see on people. However, every now and then, with the smiling face, we see a humorous frog laughing at us. One of the pleasures in working with metals is finding that they sometimes suggest other things. And one of the things this one suggests is an insect. And this insect even has the capacity of hiding into itself. This object now on the table gives a certain amount of confusion to the eye and is part of the richness of this piece of sculpture. It can also be hung on the wall. The insect eyes or the body all extended. This theme of changing shape, I found that I could create a caterpillar that has a feeling of inching forward without any particular movement. It's just your eyes and the idea of knowing that a caterpillar starts to move. It gives you the feeling of his nature. And to transform his nature into a sculptural image is part of the fun. I came upon this idea of a small mammal, which as it turns, when you look at it, becomes an enormous mammal. That movement occurs inside your head. The couple that you see, him or her, his or her bottom turns into the tail of the rabbit. This night rider, a little indistinguished because of the dark around him, is riding his horse very violently with his helmet forward and is almost unrecognizable from the other side. This is an early piece experimenting with the sense of movement in a static object, very similar to futurist people who made a few marks that they thought represented movement. This way, I used the sweeping diagonals and the mystery of undefined shape to create a horse and rider at night. When I work, I sometimes use paper, or in this case, I used wax, which has its own resistance at various temperatures. If it's very cold, it just snaps, but when it's too warm, it drips. So you have to have a temperature control as well as manual ability to create an object that entertains you as an artist. In this case, we have an elephant, lady elephant. And there's her long nose, her ears that reach to the ground. And as we come around to the rear part of the lady, we see that she has genitals. And the genitals, amusingly enough, are not elephant, but human. And nobody seems to notice it or care. But they got the idea that this fold of wax, now cast in bronze, is a lady elephant.